Take your seats, please. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 20th ICT conference. I'd like to remind you that we've got headphones here if you need a translation. Boker Tov, good morning. Sabah al-Khair. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to open the 20th International Conference of the World Summit on Counter-Terrorism. This impressive gathering is a flagship of the International Institute for Counter-Terrorism of the Lauder School of Government at Reichman University. That's the first time, by the way, that I get to say Reichman University. We used to say IDC Herzliya. So congratulations, Professor Reichman, for that. The theme of this year's summit is honoring 20 years of counterterrorism cooperation. Now, during the next 4 full and productive days, hundreds of participants from over 65 countries will share information and learn from each other. These distinguished individuals include ministers, members of parliament, Congress, Knesset, ambassadors, heads of security services, representatives of universities, research institutes, the military, police, senior government, and private companies. Among the participants are also tens of undergraduate and graduate students of the Lauder School of Government, majoring and specializing in the important field of counterterrorism, which has become a very important academic field in this day and age, led by Professor Boaz Ganor. We have, by the way, amongst the MA students, students from the United States of America who hail from Air Force Academy, who hail from the Naval Academy, who come from West Point, ROTC grads, some of the finest officers of the United States Armed Forces you could ever find, and they're studying counterterrorism here, and we're extremely proud to have them on board. All of you will have the opportunity to discuss the ways and means of countering terrorism to help make the world a safer place to live. And as we can see over the last few weeks and months, it's not as safe as we'd like it to be. Please allow me to thank the sponsors and partners without whom we could not have organized this conference: the Hussidman Foundation, Ronald S. Lauder, Stephen and Bonnie Stern, Daphna and Gerald Kramer. Gerald, may he rest in peace. Evelyn Taman Dweck, Sir David Garrard, the Embassy of the United States of America, and the Municipality of Herzliya. By the way, in the audiences, I hope I don't miss anyone, but I do see 2 fine ambassadors here of the republics of France and Albania, and I see 2 excellencies, charge d'affaires of the United States of America and of Kosovo. Welcome, Kosovo. Welcome to our neighborhood, Kosovo. I also see in front of me Brigadier General Sean Harris. Impressive. I also see in front of me somewhere Dr. Ayelet Ben-Ezer. Where are you, Dr. Ayelet Ben-Ezer? That's Dr. Ayelet Ben-Ezer. She's a very fine-looking woman. Are you allowed to say that? No. It's not politically correct. You're not a fine-looking woman, Dr. Ben-Ezer. You're not, okay? We're going to cancel culture right here and now. You're not, okay? She is the CEO, and she is the vice president of Reichman University. Hey, let's have a hand for this Reichman University thing, huh? Now, let's have a hand for that, okay? I mean, we've had so many conferences here over the years, and it's always been IDC Herzliya. What a boring name. The Interdisciplinary Center. Boring. But Reichman University, I think, is much more exciting, don't you think? Let's have a hand for that. All right. Good. Good to do some cheerleading around here. Okay, I'm Jonathan Davis, by the way. I'm Vice President for External Relations at... wait a second. I saw General Amos Gilad here. He's my Arabic teacher. Yeah, General Amos Gilad. Anyone want to know what a rattlesnake is in Arabic? Hayat Dahtiban. Hayat Dahtiban. That's a very important word. Even better. Even better. We have a professor of Arabic here, so you got to be careful almost. What they taught you there in the Shabak course is not like the classic Arabic. Well, exactly. All right, anyway, a rattlesnake is a rattlesnake. They come out of the, it doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, I'm Jonathan Davis. I'm VP of External Relations at Reichman University. I'm head of the Rafael Recanati International School, proud to be a Lieutenant Colonel Reserves in the IDF. And without any further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker of today, who happens to be Professor Uriel Reichman of Reichman University. Professor Reichman is the founding president and chairperson of the board of directors at Reichman University, formerly known as IDC Herzliya. Professor Reichman served in the paratroopers of the Israel Defense Force, fought in a number of wars, by the way, the Six-Day War, the War of Attrition, the Yom Kippur War. He earned the rank of lieutenant, and as a commander in the IDF reserves, he was actually in the Six-Day War and War of Attrition, Yom Kippur War, he was already in reserves. A little older than me, so he got to be in those extra wars. Professor Reichman received both his LLB and LLM degrees with honors from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in law. He earned his doctoral degree in law, JSD, at the University of Chicago Law School. He served as the Dean of the Faculty of Law at Tel Aviv University. He founded Ramot Mishpat Law School, the first private college of its kind in Israel, not subsidized by the government. And Professor Reichman also led a team that formulated a proposal for an Israeli constitution and subsequently chaired the movement for a constitution in Israel, something badly needed in the Jewish and democratic state of Israel, by the way, as we can see on a regular basis. Sure wish they would listen a little more to Professor Reichman. As a result, the Knesset passed legislation in 1992, but they didn't really do what Professor Reichman recommended. They messed it up. Doesn't matter. In 1994, Professor Reichman founded IDC Herzliya, now Reichman University, the first nonprofit university in Israel. As I said, he's the founding president and chairperson of the board of directors. Everything you see on this campus, by the way, every square inch you see on this campus of gardens, of real estate, of sculptures, it's this one person over here. He happens to be the ultimate academic entrepreneur of the state of Israel. And without any further ado, Professor Reichman, the floor is yours.
As you can see, I'm not Professor Reichman, but anyone who doesn't speak Hebrew, please raise their hand and we'll get you earphones before Professor Reichman speaking.